The Golden Beckham family has been shattered, and the humiliation isn't stopping. Brooklyn's new Instagram posts didn't just burn bridges, it destroyed his parents' reputations. Here's how. Hit the subscribe button if you want to stay up to date with the latest celebrity drama. The Post. On the 9th of January 2016, Brooklyn Beckham posted a statement on Instagram that ended the family we knew as the Beckham family. This wasn't with a cryptic caption as most celebrities do, and it wasn't even a vague story or taking shots at his family while letting the audience guess. It was a full, detailed, multi-slide breakdown accusing his dad David and his mother, Victoria Beckham, of controlling narratives, sabotaging his marriage, and putting the brand Beckham above their own son, making him feel like a worthless person all his life.
Something coming into us this evening, Brooklyn Beckham saying he doesn't want to reconcile with his family.
The Post wrote, "I do not want to reconcile with my family," and he said, "I am not being controlled. I am standing up for myself for the first time in my life." The last line is different because, for months, years, or maybe all his life, people have been whispering the opposite. They say Brooklyn is not defending him at all. They also said that he has traded one controlling family for another. He even said that Nicola, who is her current wife, and her billionaire father, Nicola Peltz, have Brooklyn exactly where they want him, isolated, dependent, and convinced that his family is evil and that he has found freedom. The truth is more complicated than anyone wants to admit. It was April 2022 inches Palm Beach, Florida, where Brooklyn and Nicola's 3-day wedding at the Peltz family estate was happening. The marriage invited over 500 guests, with Venus and Serena Williams, Eva Longoria, and Mark Anthony also there. Mark Anthony was performing, and you could see a custom Valentino gown instead of Victoria Beckham's design. One moment that, according to Brooklyn, destroyed everything was the first dance. Here is what Brooklyn claimed happened. Mark Anthony, who was performing as a gift to the couple, called Brooklyn to the stage, but instead of making an intimate moment between him and his wife, he called Brooklyn's mother, Victoria. Victoria was already waiting there before 500 people. Brooklyn says his mom danced with him very inappropriately, leaving him humiliated and uncomfortable. Nicola even reportedly ran from the room crying. Sources that were close to the wedding told people that Mark Anthony has now the most beautiful woman in the room tonight. Come on up, Victoria Beckham. Brooklyn here didn't know what to do, because everything was pre-planned and he had 500 eyes on him. So causing a drama there would only cost him his reputation. Just think about it for a second. You're marrying the love of your life, and suddenly the marriage is all about your mother. That is what we call controlling and toxic. Even the guests there started feeling like Victoria ruined the wedding, and they couldn't understand why. If you look at Brooklyn's version, his mother hijacked the first dance, humiliated him publicly, and from that moment forward, Nicola made a decision that she wasn't going to forget, and that she definitely wasn't going to forgive. However, Back comes to tell a different story. They claim that Victoria was pulled on stage unexpectedly, that the moment was awkward but not malicious, and that the narrative has been twisted beyond recognition. Here is what nobody can disagree with. After that night, everything changed completely. Dress drama. The drama began before the wedding. Before the wedding, everyone assumed Nicola would wear a Victoria Beckham gown. She is a fashion designer, he has her son, and it just made sense. Everyone was looking forward to that moment, except Nicola, who walked down the aisle in a Valentino suit. There, the tabloid went wild. Everyone thought that it was a feud, tension, and family drama. Nicola even tried to shut it down in an interview with Variety, saying that she was going to wear Victoria's dress, and she then explained that she really wanted to, but a few months down the line, she realized that her atelier couldn't do it. If she had to pick another dress, she didn't say she couldn't wear it. That's where it started, and she never thought it would be. That sounds reasonable, right? But Brooklyn's January 2026 statement paints a very different picture. He claims that the dress situation wasn't about logistics, but it was about complete control. He said his mother was undermining Nicola from the beginning, and Brand Beckham was taking priority over his own happiness. That's where things got messy, because if you believe Nicola's version, even if Victoria's atelier genuinely couldn't make the dress in time, the perception is what stuck. The headlines were self-explanatory, and Nicola never wore Victoria Beckham again. Seating arrangements. Here's what most people didn't even know was happening. Brooklyn's Instagram post didn't just focus on dance or the dress. It even brought up another wedding detail that most people never even heard about. It was the seating arrangement. According to Brooklyn, Victoria called him evil during wedding planning because he and Nicola wanted to seat his grandmother, Sandra, and Nicola's grandmother at their table. Both grandmothers had lost their husbands. Brooklyn and Nicola thought it would be kind, but Victoria saw it completely differently. Brooklyn made it clear that this wasn't just about a seating chart. It was about Nicola being welcomed into the family or being treated like an outsider. And from Brooklyn's perspective, his parents chose the latter. Then, in May 2025, David Beckham's 50th birthday was happening. It was a massive celebration in London with hundreds of guests, cameras everywhere, and one notable absence, which was Brooklyn and Nicola. Many sources say the couple flew to England to specifically see David. They skipped the mass Met Gala to be there. They waited in their hotel for a week trying to arrange private time with David, but he simply refused. Brooklyn claims that his father would only see him at a big public party with hundreds of people and cameras at every single corner. When David finally agreed to a meeting, he allegedly set one condition, which was that Nicola wouldn't be invited. Brooklyn didn't even go to the party. Instead, Romeo Beckham posted a photo with the family, captioned, "Family's everything," tagging everyone except Brooklyn and Nicola. The message here was clear that they were completely isolating Nicola from the family, but there are other headlines that said Brooklyn refused to attend the meeting because Romeo Beckham was dating Kim Turnbull, who was Brooklyn's alleged ex-girlfriend. Brooklyn reportedly told David that he didn't want to be in the same room as her, and David chose to have Kim there anyway. Cruz Beckham later commented on Instagram, claiming that Brooklyn and Kim never dated, but the damage was already done. Brooklyn and Nicola were missing from David's 58th birthday, and the photos, along with the caption and mentions, told everyone the truth. But then came Victoria's 50th birthday that would shock you even more. But before we reveal what exactly happened, please give us a sub to stay up to date with the latest celebrity drama. Victoria's 50th birthday and Christmas. Around 1 year before, Victoria's lavish 50th birthday was wild. Even high-profile celebrities like Tom Cruise attended. All 4 of the Spice Girls also showed up, and the entire Beckham family was there, except Nicola. She posted on Instagram explaining that she was with her grandmother, who was seriously ill. Her grandfather even died less than a month later. Nicola even wrote, "Happy birthday to my beautiful Mill, Victoria Beckham," and she also said that she was really sad that she wouldn't celebrate there and hug her. On the surface, it sounds legitimate, which is a granddaughter choosing to spend time with her dying grandmother instead of arranging a party, which is completely understandable. But according to the critics, Nicola slipping and skipping another major family event wasn't just a coincidence. There was a pattern forming. Then came December 2025, when Brooklyn skipped his family's Christmas celebration entirely, choosing to spend the holiday with Nicola's family instead. On the other hand, Cruz spent Christmas at home with David and Victoria when David posted his year and recap on Instagram, sharing photos with family and friends throughout 2025. Neither image included Brooklyn or Nicola. Hours later, David shared throwback photos with each of his children individually, writing over the portrait with Brooklyn saying, "I love you all so much." Then, just before Christmas, reports surfaced that Brooklyn had unfollowed his parents on Instagram. Cruz Beckham screenshot the Daily Mail story and posted it with the caption, "Not true." He even said that his mom and dad would never follow their son. Let's get the facts right. We woke up blocked, as did I. In other words, Brooklyn had blocked his entire family on social media. That's when people realized that it wasn't even a temporary tension. This was a complete severance from the bond they had made together. Nicola Peltz.
I don't have the words.
It definitely takes a toll on you mentally.
While we've talked about almost everyone, there's one person that no media outlet seems to even mention, Nicola Peltz, who is Nicola's father. He's a billionaire investor worth an estimated $1.5 billion. He is also a corporate raider, known for hostile takeovers and ruthless business tactics. By many accounts, Nelson has never been particularly impressed with Brooklyn. Insiders even claim that he views Brooklyn's career pivoting from photography to cooking to lifestyle branding as directionless and scattered. There are no public insults, loud confrontations, but just cold, quiet skepticism. And when someone with that level of wealth and influence isn't convinced by you, it carries a huge weight over your shoulder, especially when that person controls the family you now live in. There's even one detail that makes people deeply uncomfortable. Before the wedding, there was a strict prenuptial agreement that was signed. If the marriage ever ends, Brooklyn would not have access to Peltz's family fortune. He would leave with only what the couple had built together. This clause also raises serious alarms, not because of money, but because of their dependency. If Brooklyn's marriage were to fall apart after cutting off his parents, he wouldn't just lose his wife. He'd lose his entire support system, both financially and emotionally. David and Victoria fear their son has placed his future entirely in someone else's hands. Since marrying Nicola, Brooklyn's entire wealth has moved closer to the Peltz family. He lives in their circle, he attends their events, and he defends their family as well. Now, he has cut almost everyone from his old life, though his siblings are still connected to David and Victoria, as they post together while supporting each other and even attend family events. Only the person gone from there is Brooklyn. This contrast fuels the uncomfortable question. If the Beckham family was truly controlling, as Brooklyn claims, why did only one of the children walk away so completely? Brooklyn insists that he is finally free, that he is now standing up for himself for the first time in his life, that Nicola isn't controlling him, and that his parents are, but every move he's made since the wedding tells a different story. He communicates with his parents through lawyers, has blocked his entire family on social media, and even skips every event where David and Victoria are present. According to sources, Nicola has made it clear that she won't attend any gathering where the Beckhams are. Whether it's self-protection or isolation depends entirely on perspective, but the outcome is undeniable. Brooklyn Beckham is now entirely disconnected from the family he once grew up in. Do you think all the accusations that Brooklyn has been hitting everyone are true? Let us know your thoughts in the comments below. And if you enjoyed the video, subscribe to the channel and ring the bell icon for more videos like these.